This video is a discussion of some of the capabilities of the session reports. The session reports are incredibly flexible and can really provide you with any information you can dream of. And this report functions almost identically to the super report. However, as the report suggests, this report is session-based, whereas the super report is client-based. So, by default, we're automatically going to load anytime you open up this report for whatever date range given. We're going to load up the session date, the name, the procedure, the description, provider, charges, days, units, and when the session was last billed to insurance. These items are selected from this list over here at the right. Now, we can give it a different date range. For example, we may want to see just what has occurred this year or this last month. So I'll just pick January 1 through today. And I'm warned that when changing a beginning or ending date, I need to rebuild the report. This one includes 2011 information, but I'll build the report. And in a few seconds, we'll get a list of all the sessions that have occurred this year. Now, anything we want to include in this report, such as the primary insurance company name, let's build that report, and you'll see that now you have a column showing the insurance. Now, step one of this report is that you can select any items to appear in these columns. Step number two is we can simply resort this report by simply grabbing the column header, for example, name, and if I move that over to the left and drop it, in a few seconds you'll have a report sorted by name. If I wanted to see what sessions were recorded by insurance, I could grab the insurance and make that the first column. And then for Aetna, here's everything that was billed, Blue Cross and Empire. So we can sort pretty much by anything. What I think is fascinating is if we were to grab the procedure, then at a glance you can see all of the intakes that you did for the month, for example. Let's grab the last billed column and make that the first column. And what this tells us is when the sessions were actually billed to insurance, and these sessions have not yet made it out the door, electronically or by paper. Now, another fascinating thing about this report is that you can filter on any criteria you can imagine. You may be only interested in all of the 90801s that have occurred in the practice. And the filter is available by simply right-clicking anywhere on the screen. I'm going to select Procedure, begins with 90801, and apply the filter. For all the sessions that have occurred this year, here are all my interview evaluations, 90801s. This one has not yet made it out the door. I'm going to clear the filter to get back to the original report. And let's sort this by session date. Now actually, let's sort it by procedure. And one incredibly powerful feature here is instead of filtering to find just a particular code or name or whatever you want, provider, we can subtotal on the first column of the report, thereby not having to apply filters against 90801s, 90806s, no-shows, etc. If we just click on subtotal, this tells you it might take some time, and it will, especially if you have a lot of data. But now, at a glance, here are the total charges for all of our individual psychotherapies. Let's build the report again. Finally, just like the super report, once we have developed a report that we find useful, for example, in this case, I'm going to say I want to only see all of the sessions that occurred for provider ABC. I right-click, provider begins with ABC, and I want them sorted secondarily by the client's name. Once I've done all this work, I can save the report for future use. So if I click on Save the Report for Future Use, I might call this Sessions for Provider ABC. And when I click OK, when I go back to the main screen and select Reports, Session Reports, I can pick Load an Existing Report, and this report will come up every time. So you don't have to go through the process of building the entire report over and over again. If you've developed a report that is quite useful for you, you simply can save it and reuse that over and over again. That's it for the session reports today.